What I believe. See his sunshine is all around us, and there are beautiful clouds where you are. That's how I know that these worries will not last. I can see you've been crying and staying wide awake, asking yourself why the journey is so tough. They say tough times never last, only tough people do. So don't stop believing, I know it's gonna be better. Say la, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, la, 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 ba-dum. Can't be loved by everybody, it's impossible, you know. And trust me, it's okay, so let the toxic people go. Your peace within is more priceless than a pearl. You got to be happy, cause life's just way too short. Don't stress the little things, they will only waste your time. Just take it easy, easy like a nursery rhyme. And I'm singing, I know it's gonna be okay. So I wanna see you smile today. Hey, you just gotta be happy, man. Good days, bad days, it's all part of life. But you must keep the groove on and enjoy every single day. I'm sure you've had some happy days before. So what makes you think you can't have more? Keep on fighting and you'll see. You will soon see rainbows. Hey, come on! La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Ba-dum, ba-dum, boom. La, 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 la.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store, but the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front.
After the destruction of the hurricane, Ghana dispatched humanitarian assistance to the friendly people of Jamaica and Cuba, and also to the displaced people of Sudan. This humanitarian assistance included food aid, locally produced Ghanaian rice, blankets, mattresses, plastic buckets, medicines, and other such accoutrements. Ghana has consistently stood for international solidarity, humanitarian assistance, and global responsibility. Our nation understands the pain of natural disasters and the long road to recovery. Today's mission reinforces Ghana's commitment to humanitarian response, disaster recovery and reconstruction, and South-South cooperation, Pan-African and Afro-Caribbean solidarity. I commend the Ghana Armed Forces for their professionalism, for their discipline, and their readiness to serve not only at home, but anywhere in the world duty calls. This mission is not a combat mission. It is a mission of compassion, skill, and service. After we dispatched the first batch of humanitarian assistance, I made a phone call to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Andrew Holness, to express Ghana's solidarity with the people of Jamaica. He thanked me for the assistance we had dispatched, and in our discussion, he said what they need currently is assistance with rebuilding and providing shelter for the people who have been displaced. And so I offered to send a regiment of our engineering corps to help with the assistance, and also send them some tents to provide temporary shelter. We are dispatching those tents by sea so that we can provide temporary shelter. But in the meantime, our troops are going to help with reconstruction, with building, and also providing support for the people of Jamaica.
All we hear is some amount of relief is being provided. We don't know how these items were procured, the processes involved in the procurement, which agency is donating these items to central government, how these items came about. Mr. Speaker, no. In this country, we have serious disasters. The recent flooding in the country, we know that people have been calling for relief. NADMO has been telling us that they don't have stock. So we need to understand, we know that the government would have to balance its obligation in foreign relations. But when you do not have enough to feed your own at home, doing international charity will require a curious concern. Mr. Speaker, I am asking, Mr. Speaker, it is very important that we are briefed the extent to which this is being done. Honorable Majority Leader, I believe that the ball is in your court.
News of Ghana sending troops to Benin, and these troops that are committed to some undertakings in Benin ought to have come to the attention of Parliament for prior approval. Today we also have woken up to the news of government sending troops, military troops, to Jamaica to assist on some humanitarian grounds and some reconstruction undertakings. We don't have any problem with the principles of assistance to these countries we have mentioned. However, the procedures that should have been followed and the due process of consulting this august house, this Parliament House, in such decisions for us to be able to interrogate, to ensure transparency in the modalities, the framework, even the various costs that the states will incur, how long all these decisions taken will persist. Certainly when they sought to buy helicopters, they had to consult Parliament. So how come when you want to deploy troops to Benin, you do not consult Parliament? When you want to deploy troops to Jamaica, you do not consult Parliament. What are they hiding within this process? Sending troops to Benin, we need to understand which protocols under which this deployment is going to be undertaken, how many troops are going to be sent, how long this operation is going to be undertaken, and what is the cost to the state? How much is it going to cost the state for these troops deployed to Benin that will be incurred as a result of this decision? We have to ask all these questions. We are demanding answers from the Minister for Defense, from all the relevant agencies who took this decision. They are misplaced priority, and we cannot watch on unconcerned for the taxpayers' money to be misused in very misguided deployments, and they do so without regard to the citizenry. They do so thinking that nobody owes them a question.
My biggest concern is how stable is our country, how peaceful are we, how safe is the public. And I'm happy to say that you are to Olive Volta region in terms of how peaceful the region is. And this is I mean, rationally, for those who are coming from the south, the assumption is that everybody in the north is full of conflict. But that is not so. But interestingly, even out of the 5 regions in the north, Upper West is the most peaceful region among the 5 that we have.
Honorable members of this august house, These enhanced and consequential humanitarian gestures were deliberate expressions of Ghana's diplomatic identity and values. In a global environment marked by increasing humanitarian needs and diminishing international attention, Ghana's actions carry significant moral and diplomatic weight. They signal Ghana's refusal to be indifferent to suffering and its determination to remain a responsible and compassionate actor on the international stage. Such actions also serve to strengthen our bilateral relations, reinforce mutual trust, and enhance Ghana's standing within multilateral fora. By aligning humanitarian assistance with diplomatic engagement, Ghana demonstrates its foreign policy is both principled and pragmatic. It's rooted in values of empathy, solidarity, brotherhood, and compassion, while being attentive to global realities. Right Honourable Speaker, as humanitarian crises continue to challenge the international community, Ghana remains resolute in its commitment to act where it can to make a meaningful difference. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs will continue to work towards strengthening Ghana's capacity for timely humanitarian response, deepening partnerships with international and regional actors, and ensuring that solidarity remains a defining feature of our foreign policy. Right Honourable Speaker, honourable members, Ghana's humanitarian assistance since 7 January 2025 reflects who we are as a nation: principled, humane, caring, and responsible. In extending support to Palestine, to Cuba, to Jamaica, and to Sudan, Ghana has reaffirmed its belief that solidarity is not optional and that empathy is an essential instrument of diplomacy. Right Honourable Speaker, Ghana's foreign policy will be defined by not how much we can take from others, but by how much we can share with others. I express my gratitude for the continued support of Parliament in advancing a foreign policy that upholds Ghana's values and responsibilities in the Committee of Nations.
Nyamini ni penim me nkan tro se me ne ken ohine Japan e problem. No one. Ne mom empenin die no enema bebre ne yede ye. Mi suro papa na koma. Mi suro se onyame ehun ye mobokora obetumi abo bi o cabinet. Yes. Papa no mi akoma.
How well do you know him?
I know him like this. Me say the temperament. And maybe cry a bit to me as Parliament, no, any pictures, no. One for and talk. And now, be no abacas o can. And Yabotre, na yen friend Koboko, onum Miss Ejomuna, Nenia me pie. Adia, ye kunto kwa demon, onumo. And now what TVB me program so me te kwa say oh ene kura de easy for ene komo a won di on person won wi ade na start here no
so o say hunu me painti 2023 de year no
ade na see here
o say wale obodin
say
onya 92 year try na ba no obi wia e be share bottom the papa akofo timi to ababa se I believe say what say ansem
me say send your man nyina enye no kure owo on agents wo Bibie no a oye ya MPP ye ya de no a ye pese ye wi ama ba omia obi no pese o wo se plan no em obi a okura na agent wo bi kura chebi na ka de chebi de ka na ka bi ko wi egu mu chebi na agent ni wo enti mama ye nya careful enye
ne temperament ni ade wugina so aka say
of course we say the temperament of a president eh obi o shock absorbers they catch ro enye obi a obi live say na de onu obi wasem no nyakora one ne be kontokwa enne eye den enna yes me classmate china on chief of staff for cheme be amadu den na utumi betumi aka se enne de unya akora obeyi obi he wodwom afedi yenim
also obeyi obi
oh yeah so obeyi obi caustic language insulting behaviors. Feel opening, how about show man so? I tell them feel say, you pay to me, be a poor man so your businessman, on your business can see a pa. Now say, you're combining competence, temperament, intellectual prowess, vision. Don't
you think, sir, the temperament can be managed?
How do you do it?
So,
and America, how do you do it?
How
do you tame it? Baby, I will do it. One habit me at telephone. To me, if you said, I dear could I all cano, a offensive man. Oh, one thing that you be cry, you would say, I said, they are even afraid of what you can do. Of course. And then the obit me, and then what me, I can catch it all.
I just ignore them. Attaching and committing me, I respond. No. Why I'm not going to respond to attaching and say, even President Akufo-Addo Kura or the dinner term, HRM or Heathrow Airport, say he is not fit to be president. Heathrow Airport. And that time, Akufo-Addo won. It's now one say, when ya kukudro, na FAD Akufo-Addo here the minister, Okoji. Yeah. But this time, first, I'm a and come first worker on our share them. And the filthy words on no so many call World Bank, you and in some the filthy words he used to describe Akufo-Addo, Chirame London Heathrow Airport. And he said, on no crow or any free crow back. Otumi the dinner term, a year where I made you did matter, I'm nobody. Until I'm not going to respond. But onkai so or conscience onkai asemwa or catching about Heathrow Airport. Madam, is so nasty about Akufo-Addo. I've never said me buy and I'm about catching Akufo-Addo. You would never have made him a minister. But I didn't say anything. And I'm not responding to anybody. Whether I'm just staying focused. What do I say? I'm staying focused. Where the distraction? One person here now can be now only message. In the Canada, Japan, on your presidential material, when you say, Sabre, I mean, say, may respond. What was my exposure? Almost inefficiencies. Because they were waiting for Canada, Japan. Only meet you and say, a baby dimatem, and my book for them respond. No more use no. And then they don't have a message. They are not telling Ghanaians what they can do, or the delegates what they can do. And you know, my sister, I have a vision, I have a dream for Ghana.
One of the things that people do not know that Ken is indeed and in fact a colleague of mine at Addis College.
Oh, you were in Addis too?
Oh, yes. And Ken was very good in economics. And I was very strong in literature. So, like two village boys who've come to a very strong school, we used to compare notes, and whilst I'll help him with literature, he also helped me with economics. So, we have a long-standing bond.
This woman, the least said about her, the better.
Okay.
After today, me better her and Bonnie didn't grab you. Maybe she doesn't deserve my voice. This quality voice, this pragmatic voice, this very dominant voice. I don't need to be using my voice to talk about Adwoa Safo. Adwoa Safo, Honorable Adwoa Safo. You're not appealing to anybody. Now it will be shocking. Look, she says something that speaks volumes. Bro, for me, you see, it speaks volumes of the character and the leadership quality of the man. She said, on line of principle, Honorable will not give her the job.
The man she knows.
Honorable Kennedy Japan. I know. That I know. You see, it's a positive testimony.
That alone,
the man is. That is why we vote for him.
Honorable Ken, the problem or what a MPP party no mean and say. Omoni say papa we. Say eyefita obeka say eyefi. Honorable only time to like
massage
Is it incompetence? Is incompetence. Competence is competence. That is
Look what she said there. Apart from her unfortunate selfishness and greed, there were certain things that she said that speaks volumes of one of us. Now we are delegate. Is this not the sort of person you want to be your president?
Principled person.
Principled person. Adia esefatawono usambeka.
Enobeye.
Who dear woman usambeka.
So it's a huli.
How many times have we, look, that's why I made you read Proverbs 22 verse 7.
Yes.
They want the delegate to continue to be their slave. Almost sorry biana. I'm quite just for her.
Kofu Tom chance.
Yes,
look at we were all created in the image of God.
Okay.
And in the sight of God, we deserve equal respect and opportunity. You've had your opportunity. You've had your opportunity. We don't want to go into that. At the time, you were deserving of the position. But we need Gami, we're not going to know you. Oh, you're for. Oh, you're for Kabubaya. Show suko ban
nakan wa ho fe ne do be ko ba
that is why she's not in parliament. But that is one of the look. This is the biggest constituency in Ghana.
Yes, in terms of numbers.
And until this election, the MPP has always won that seat hands down. Who saw who down with it? Any nipa na who did the thing who support him. She said what? Was Dr. Bawumia the finance minister? Look, don't say that, because when you say some of these things, you irritate some of us.
Oh, how?
Yes, mechanical.
How? Coach, how?
No, be also misika. Anything I see, nyame bechira. Who said? Oka say, now Dr. Mamu Bawumia on your finance minister, and to blame na nyeye. And now we are there. Who are your ball?
Tape na. Oka said the government has
we have done better. Monetary policy, we have done better. We have done better. Who was
better?
At the time, he wrote over 170 plus questions for the late vice president.
172.
Mr. Atano.
Yeah.
Mr. Atano. Now he was the finance minister.
Not at all.
Look, stop saying that. When you say that, minimum. Retirement, retirement benefit. This man supervised. Say Omusika Beshi. Musika Eshi. Now you bring him, me personally, I will not vote for him. I'm telling you. I can never forget. I can never forgive anybody. I can never forgive anybody who made my sweat became useless. I trusted you with the economy. Nanado told all of us that the reason for bringing you are a guru in the area. Come and man. That was another come I said. Obi say just for say. Misika and Shio. Because they were told. So they withdrew their money and took it where they wanted to take it. Yana innocent, ordinary Ghanaian. You should not see.
You name the Eba.
Name the Eba. Yet Tisa didn't say, hey, me call banker. Me say, look, take your investment. Give me my principal money. You said no. I couldn't tell you the figure involved.
Yeah.
I can't say it. Because the more I say it, the more angry I get. And the more reason why I, Coach Nimri, I can never vote for Dr. Mamoudou Bawumia if the MPP were to elect him today. Okay. Me too. Me here Ekuyan too. Me mami too. Me sisters in too. Look. Let's call a spade a spade. Today is the 15th of December.
Yeah, Coach Sifom Namin Komra.
Nyame be yadom. 31st.
Monsieur Amre Duna drama why? Dr. Mamoudou Bawumia. Me come control. And me can't send me to be a team. Me a politician. And an honorable Canadian Japan or your politician. Kugudu. Minimum delegates bebre ha. Who kunu a polling station executive. And our yere enso your polling station executive. Mesrao, obi ankura na dwen. Obi ankura na dwen wo politics mu. Obi ankura na dwen. Iti honorable Ken kura na dwen. Okura ni ambition. Mesu mi kura ma dwen. Mesu mi ye man manyosem. Na manyosem na obi a eye no. Obi akọ baby a ne ho be dey. Mese dey, obi akọ baby a ne ho be dey. Dr. Boache Kasa Okansembi. Maintain honorable Kennedy Japan. Menene womba pore ahofefuo mienu. Bemu abaako ena oba abaako. Iti maintain honorable Kennedy Japan. But your family and friends and I hear what who could do? Messi, I hear the eyes. If you're not Yabalo, who could do? Who could do? Patron Muntiamio. Opposition na yaba na yabe fie no. E wo se yebe sua nyansa o. Ya kotena be mu ye family and I. Any ne. Iti amanyo semu a ye wo party level no. Me adu asafo. Me se me nya den. Esa ya kwa be mu koye bi. E bo aye ya na ata mo aye. Na me mamu example bi. Me study contested here to be MP in the year 2007. Atene we di amanyo semunimu a wokoi mu abesi nne. Ma serve as member of parliament for 12 years. My deputy majority leader. Medi minister for procurement. Medi minister for gender. It will be some say. Men somewhere. And honorable Kennedy Japan so I am dear. Meboa. Men can say or no nebefa. Nemom ye assume say wafa. Now I got now Jubilee House. Na mimi CV edda ho. Ya ka CV ya so ko pa adwuma. Na mo hwe adwuma amaye. Ene somo amasom oman yi ene mama ne ko. Na se dru ho. Na obetimi ahwemanimu aka se oba menene wo mamienu. Ma appointed no as minister for BB. Ejabe Ghana. Yes. Kukudu. And the Kennedy Japan, me no amenena wumi no. Oh yeah. It's my political career is at stake. My future is at stake. And my future is with Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud.
Government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Well, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good morning, good morning. Today is the 18th of December 2025. Let me welcome you to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Aldo Moro, and it's always a pleasure to come your way to beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning. It's beautiful because we're live and kicking, and this is the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we're glad in it, and we want to say big thanks to the Almighty Allah for, for His mercies, for giving us that rare privilege of returning here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. Once again, my name is Aldo Moro, and I'll go straight ahead and look at what the newspapers are reporting this morning. And I'm sure that as you do know, and as you can predict, I'll start with the Daily Graphic, and it says that 9 forest reserves are reclaimed from illegal miners. Forestry Commission. Ghana's Cybele Energy secures oil block in Guyana. And as government plans 1 billion cedis Boku Recovery Fund endorses Otumfuo's roadmap, will facilitate Seidu Abagre's safe relocation. And then, of course, there's an advert on an upcoming concert. It's the second coming of Nkrumah, the musical. It says a Latif Abubakar play. And then you have the Ghanaian Times. The Ghanaian Times this morning says that SNIT launches virtual branch to bring service closer to clients. 800-unit whole oxygen city housing project takes off. Support homegrown solutions for accelerated development. Margins Group. 54 GAF engineers to help rebuild Jamaica. Aftermath of mediation, the government sets up 1 billion cedis fund to build social economic infrastructure in Boku. The Daily Guide this morning is reporting, resign or be sacked, Minority Amabua. The CJ appoints 3 judges for Galamsey cases. Nayere rejects Boku P's mediation report. Mustafa Hamid challenges OSP charges, and as SML GRA scandal, Colonel Damwa granted 50 million cedis bail. The Daily Post, Mohammed's accountability drive reaches landing beaches. Ghana deploys military engineers to Jamaica for hurricane reconstruction. And there's President John Dramani, and there's a picture of the president at the airport with some of the soldiers of the 48th Regiment before the airplane for Jamaica. Parliament passes concession agreements for construction of Accra-Kumasi Expressway. The New Republic. Otumfuo slays Boku beasts, and there's no party card, no opportunity. Bamia's plan to lock out non-MPP Ghanaians draws fire. From Accra slum to global ID powerhouse, how margins turned Ghana card into Africa's digital ID benchmark. And the Chamber of Mines pushes back on proposed fiscal reforms. Node third term, no early raise. That's according to the General Secretary of the NDC, that's Mr. Fiavi Kwete. Ajuma's dirty deals palm 100 PhDs on streets. There's a Chamber of Mines pushes back on proposed fiscal reforms. That's with the New Republic. And then the Business and Financial Times, a central bank signals tougher scrutiny of banks. World Vision calls for strategic partnership at Global Africa Summit. There's domestic tourism generates 6.6 billion cities from 15 million trips in 2023. Ghana leads African Voice at ADF 17 pledging event in London. Margins are 35 from $100 idea to Africa's most certified identity powerhouse. And there's mobile money at 16, the adoption curve no one anticipated. All right, so that's it for the newspaper banner headlines, or for the banner headlines. And please stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. All right, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
Chia winning Nara, me ding at the baby dapa, me dear son cocran ebremo. Now that what we are what we are the Japan of Bremo. And no any summer spices. Summer spices in here, and wow, breo, various flavors, Upenya a yako, Upenya nemchi, you do good jollof woman and we get dead, Upenya you do quam, you do for you, hot nako pebito, na Emma with Gianni, and yet dead. When you mean ya, you can your cocotina for Eka.
Autant you communication, you all enjoy Uduba, the Samu spices. What in the essence, don't fight. I'm going to get that yaga. Samu spices in a Sabi, Daddy so say. Samu spices, Munsam.
Samu spices, Yama chicken.
Samu spices.
Nsaka in Kitswa, measure 10 grams. Your chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, and jollof, and the flavors of Bebre.
Samu spices, yes, Saka.
I'm a brand manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about Appointed Time Printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel-Kit.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel-Kit, happy smile.
Meet James. James has been searching for happiness for years. So we asked locals to point him to the source of their happiness. Until one fateful night, when his search finally came to an abrupt end. Find your happy place with GoTV. Get GoTV to enjoy a wide range of shows for the whole family. GoTV. Love it.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TV. 4 TVs? Yes, 4.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'm not able to. It's like a scandal now. You are using it to spread grandma like that. Spread grandma? 4 TVs, 2 fridges, microwave,
Abba, Kojo, why? Do you want to open an electrical shop for her?
Hey, no! It's a regular 100 cities I send her.
I'm sure it's Uncle Atu.
Let's call him.
Atu? Why?
Atu?
Why are you spreading a grandma with appliances?
Me? Spread who? When? How? Please, it could be Amma.
Let's call Amma.
Let me call her.
Hello?
Amma, why?
What are you saying?
Appliances for grandma, no. Why?
Hey, it's not me, oh.
Something critical.
Let's call grandma.
Let's call grandma.
Hello? Hey, grandma. So who is buying all those stuff for you?
Call me Granny Cash. Grandma know the joke, the luckiest. If they do me 5 pounds per year. When I buy ticket 100 cedis, I pay them small or big. I automatically get my free gifts.
Hey, sir! Yes, so with the luckiest, anytime you buy tickets up to 100 cedis, whether small or at once, you are guaranteed to win a free gift. TV sets, fridges, hampers, airtime, cash. Remember to dial *712#, choose option 4 and follow the prompt. With the luckiest, everybody wins. Even Granny Cash.
In a world where security is paramount, peace of mind should be a necessity and not a luxury. This is why Virtual Security Africa has created a special discount package up to 30% on our 4 and 8 channel high definition cameras. We are more affordable now than ever. With as low as 4,130 Ghana cedis, you can get 4 high definition cameras, 3 terabyte hard drive, cables, and a digital video recorder. With 6,440 Ghana cedis, you will get 8 high definition cameras, 3 terabyte hard drive, cables, and a digital video recorder. Why choose us? Because we offer top tier quality you can trust, lifetime after sale support, 2 years warranty, and you can view our systems remotely. Sidinua PK. Spend less, secure more. Call us on 055 874 0764 and 050 331 4068. Virtual Security Africa. We will beat the advertised price of any security product of comparable quality.
Bronye, Kato Sagre Limited, bro, the more de, the more ham, na mwatimi dinu anijimu, ewa ufie, ene unyumem, ewa nkran ha, Kumase, Cape Coast, ene takrade, yewa packages ahudu wa ma bronye, me dofo pa package no, ye mau akuko broiler baako, layer baako, inkosia kreti mienu, Nyama chicken spices akaho. Ninyina eye 450 Ghana cedis per. Me dofopa emo deye. Anasa open akese mu nso a ye wo akoko bolobo package ne ma ho. Ye no ye ma nkoko broilers mienu, layers mienu, nkosua crate mienu. Nyama chicken spices akaho. Ninyina 800 Ghana cedis per. Akoko bolobo. Nkoko bebre. Eni yeso bebre. Ye no akire no ye wo don sada package ma. Ye no no ye ma musua eni nyumaku ahodo. Ye ma nkoko broilers miensa, layers miensa, nkosua 3 crates. Ni ama chicken spices akaho. Ninyina 1200 Ghana cedis per. We die order sisia na enjoy more. Na sa wo ye adwumaku na wo order ye package mu bia ye free delivery at the brow. Nemum enhyehyɛ kakra wo ho. Frekato Sagre Limited ewo 0558 376127 ana 0241 674268 and afi 020 331 5557. Bronye choose Kato Sagre Limited. Kato Sagre Limited. Freshness you can trust.
Afishapa Merry Christmas, everyone. I am Mrs. Millie Tracy Nkem Mallet, President of Association of Nigerian Women in Ghana. On Saturday, 20th December, it's gonna be hot for all the African countries. Let me tell you guys something. We Nigerians gonna win. I urge everybody, anywhere you are on Saturday, I want all of you to be at Metro TV North Reach. I can't wait to see all the beautiful faces to come and test the Nigerian jollof and the Nigerian moi moi.
Metro TV presents the Jollof Festival. Get ready for non-stop entertainment, vibrant vendor booths, and yes, free food for everyone. We're calling on all vendors, cooks, and food lovers from every corner in Accra to Metro TV. Step into the spotlight for a blazing friendly Jollof Showdown. 5 embassies, 5 flavors, 1 crown. Who takes the Jollof crown? Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, and Sierra Leone represented. All you need to do is to make your way to the premises of Metro TV, Dr. Isaac Street, Northridge, Accra on Saturday, 20th December 2025 for free jollof. It is totally free and open to the public. Guys, you don't want to miss out on the best jollof of the day. The Jollof Festival. Don't miss the heat.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. It's glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes that glow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys in every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front.
Bawku was mentioned in the proposed terms of settlement of the Nairi as one of the towns that the Mamprisi wanted to be given to the Nairi. Unfortunately, the law as it stands now makes Asigri Aburagu Asoka the lawful chief of Bawku, and so it is impossible legally to do any certain in this mediation exercise. On the question of Bawku town, I have taken the position that the established tradition since 1931 thereabout is that the person who is Bawku Naba has the entire Kusasi area. By law and the declarations of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Asigri Aburagu Azoka is the Bawku Naba, and there cannot be any rival residing in Bawku claiming otherwise. I have impressed upon my brother the Nairi to accept that recognition by law in appreciation of the enduring brotherhood that has existed between our two kingdoms in order to ensure lasting peace and eliminate the national and international security threats that my brother himself is so concerned about. I have been candid with my brother, the Nairi, that the purported enslavement of Mr. Seydou Abagare as Bokunaba cannot stand. I believe my brother, the Nairi, has come to terms with the difficulties that will pose to achieving lasting peace, which he desires. I have, from the inception, restrained both governments from effecting the arrest of Mr. Seydou Abagare out of respect for my brother, the Nairi. The final resolution of the Boko matters requires that Mr. Seydou Abagare be recalled to Nalerigu by the Nairi to be reassigned to play another traditional role at the palace of the Nairi, assisted by the state. Alternatively, he may choose to stay in Boko as an ordinary citizen of the community, but not to pose as Bokunaba. The final recommendation, Mr. President, I recommend that my brother, the Nairi, accepts the laws as presently constituting Asigri Abugrabu Azoka as the chief of Boko and head chief of the Kusasi traditional area. We chiefs, no matter how exalted, do not live above the Constitution of Ghana and the laws duly enacted and affirmed by the courts. Accordingly, the laws which recognizes Asigri Abugrabu Azoka must be enforced by the government of the Republic of Ghana until change in accordance with the 1992 Constitution or reviewed by the Supreme Court of Ghana. The government must enforce the laws and deal sternly with any person challenging the lawful authority of the Abugra Azoka. This is critical to the restoration and maintenance of peace in Kusasi traditional area. I wish to thank you, Mr. President, and your predecessor for reposing such confidence in me and tasking me with the mediation of this conflict with a view to finding a lasting solution. I also want to thank the Nairi and the Bokunaba for their efforts relative to this mediation process. The various chiefs or heads of various communities whom I met in the area who also participated in this endeavor deserve positive commendation.
This conflict is not winnable militarily. No side can vanquish the other. Boko is important to us because it is in the extreme northeast corner of our country. And we all know what is happening just across the border from Boko. In all the national security reports that I receive, there is urgency put on settling and bringing peace to Boko so that we can safeguard our whole northern border from the terrorist armed groups that are operating in our northern neighbor, Burkina Faso. And so the end of this mediation gives us the opportunity to see what the way forward is in terms of bringing peace and calm. Boko has the potential to be one of the most vibrant commercial centers in our country, and indeed it has been a center of trade. And a lot of people in Boko have prospered, whether they are Mamprisis or they are Kusasis. Unfortunately, this conflict has turned the fortunes of Boko. Teachers refuse to be posted there, doctors refuse to be posted there, civil servants are leaving. We're doing national service postings, and we have suspended posting national servicemen and women to Boko because we cannot guarantee their safety. And so I'm pleased that Otumfuo's mediation has come to an end and that he has presented a report. And I can assure him that government would look at this report, and within the next 24 hours, government will issue a statement on its definitive position on the report. But it's my hope that the National Peace Council, the House of Chiefs, and Otumfuo himself and all the religious bodies would go the next step of continuing the engagement between the Nairi and the Bokunaba to ensure that we're able to bring reconciliation between the two groups. On behalf of the Vice President, Nana Pokwajima, on behalf of senior government officials, on behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I wish to thank Otumfuo for this very honorable job he has done for God and country.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. So our guests are with us. In fact, they're seated, and I would be introducing them shortly. We have a lot to talk about today. Indeed, we do. And there's one of the conversations that we collectively agree that we have to manage very sensitively, because the bottom line is that we want Boku to develop. We want peace in Boku. We want Boku to develop. We believe that we cannot continue to fight. And the more we fight, the more the development in Boku retards. And so at the end of the day, even though, yes, there's still a conversation to have, but we will still have that conversation within the, basically we'll have it moderately. We wouldn't want to stoke any ethnic factions, any ethnic war or any further war, because, or any further conflict, because Boku must find its place in the economic success of this country. We'll have that conversation at some point. But for now, let me just say that my guests are already seated here, and one of them is a law lecturer, but he's also a practicing lawyer, and he is a member of the NPP's Legal Directorate. He's here with us. The man, Ishaq Ibrahim, is here with us this morning. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning to you, and good morning to my brother here. I think we are meeting for the first time.
Yes.
Even though I've heard a lot about you.
Right.
Thank
I've had the opportunity of campaigning in Sanarago.
Okay.
As I know the area very well.
Yes.
And in fact, I could say that I grew up in that constituency.
Okay.
Chogu Locus. So yes, it's my constituency, adopted constituency.
I see.
Even though my main constituency is Wale Wale.
Okay.
Yes, but
Okay.
my uncle still lives in Chogu Locus. As we talk, yes.
You seem to know the geography of the northern region very well. I think that you've well traveled.
Well, I'm very privileged. So I was born in the Wale Wale area, Janga.
Okay.
Then I spent time with my uncle, and to the extent that I went to Saksaka just as briefly. Then I've lived in Salga for 3 years, as I attended Salga Secondary.
Okay.
Yes, and then politics too has helped.
Yeah.
So being active politician, I've gone around the
Yes.
5 northern region with the former vice president, and now you can say we are actively campaigning. Yes.
I see. Let me also then formally and officially welcome. In fact, Lawyer Ishaq did the introduction, but that's not official. Let me do the official introduction. So he is the Member of Parliament for the good people of the Sanarago constituency. He loves them. Yes, well, you've been teaching me.
Yes.
I can't afford to fail you or to disappoint you. So he's the good people. He's the MP. In fact, he loves his constituency. His constituents love him. And so almost every weekend he's there to try and make sure that he sorts out and addresses some of the concerns that they have. But of course, you can't address everybody's concerns. It takes time. It takes time. So those of you who may have some concerns about when is it happening, please be patient with our MPs. It's tough. It's not easy. But I'm sure that they say the most patient dog eats the fattest bone. So if you are patient, you will see the end of everything. So constituents, please take it easy on our MPs. It's not easy at all. Forget about the big cars you see them driving. Those cars, they are loaned. So at the end of the month, they take a lot of money from their salary. But the truth also of the matter, they need a car to be able to move, you know, to be able to be mobile. Anyway, so he loves his people love him. And he hasn't been here in a while, but he's here today. And so we're grateful to have the Honorable, or Mr. Atta Issa, who's the Honorable Member of Parliament for the people of the Sagnaragu constituency. He's also a finance person, he's also an accountant, and he speaks occasionally on matters of the economy as well. So, you know, the three are kind of interrelated. It's about numbers, it's about the science and of mathematics and so on. And so, yeah, it promises to be a very interesting conversation today. Honorable, how have you been? Small.
Yeah, we are managing.
How's the constituency?
So far, so good. We are just preparing to rise on Friday and go back to our constituencies for the Xmas. So, well...
Sagnaragu is predominantly a Muslim, but what's the demographics? How's the demographics looking like?
So if you look at the constituency, predominantly Muslim.
Okay.
However, there's quite a large number of Christian communities there.
Okay.
Out of the 53 communities, virtually each community has an average of one church.
Okay.
So the recent study of the voter population by religion, when we did the simulation, we realized that almost 29% of our constituents are Christians. So it's a large segment of our stakeholders that we always prioritize when it comes to some of these activities. So we'll all be returning to our constituencies, and let me use this opportunity to greet my constituents wherever they are currently, and to my senior brother here, and to you, Oro. So the critical issue in our constituencies right now is the Xmas celebration.
Right.
How you'll be able to spend quality time.
But so this is going to be the first time you're celebrating Christmas with your people?
Yes, as a member of parliament.
Oh, okay, yes, as a member of parliament.
But as for the tradition, what is expected of me to do, I think
even when you're not an MP?
Yes. I've been engaging them for the last 3 years, even before the elections.
Okay.
So I have a fair idea of what the expectations are and how I intend to address some of those expectations.
So typically during these kinds of social events or these kinds of social celebrations, what kind of donation do you make? Is that the usual rice?
Yes. So usually we have identified some key vulnerable groups among the Christian fraternity, the same way we do for Islam when it comes to the Eid prayers. So we have identified the vulnerable groups among the Christian communities. So we normally support them with rice and all those things to support the festive period. Then also we do samples, like I said, some communities even have interdenominational churches, Pentecostals, Anglican within one community. So normally it's difficult to visit all the churches. So we just sample the bigger ones and those that really need interventions. And we go and do donations to those churches. But the good thing is that every community will get the MP support in terms of donation. Then aside that, like I said, I also try as much as possible to visit. There are three major events that characterize the festive period. One is the Xmas Day itself, which is on the 25th of December. So I try to visit a church in one community. I remember last year I was at Tapi Kuku in my constituency. So 25th, I'll visit a church. Then 31st December, the crossover, I also go to a church. Last year, we did it with President Mahama in one of our big churches, but it was in Tamale North constituency, not mine. But this year, I will go to another church in my constituency. Then New Year celebration to precede that. So these are some of the activities that I just earmarked for my office in the constituency.
Finally, because we're very big in the northern region, as you do know. Metro TV is loved in the northern part of Ghana. We have such a huge audience there, and I've said it time and again. It's because when it comes to media houses that have been championing Islam, Metro TV is one of them.
Yeah, I agree.
We are fair to all the religions, basically. It's unlike some other media houses. Now, they are watching. How do you mobilize these items and resources for the people, whether during, so that's your concern. We're trying to find it on Google Map. We do that all the time when MPs come in, they're talking about their concerns. So the persons who may not have an idea how the concerns looks like. So it will zoom narrowly to your constituents. So at some point, when we get there, I'll draw your attention. Good. So you see, we're going there. We're visiting there. That's Narugu. So how are you able to raise the resources to fund some of these social activities? Say maybe Ramadan, say maybe Eid, whether Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha, during the Christmas seasons and Easter and so on and so forth. Because your constituents must also be interested in what it takes, to raise some of these resources to take care of them. How do you do it?
So it's a blend of several sources.
Okay.
You don't expect to have some level of dedicated source of funding to fund those activities. However, for example, when it comes to the Eid prayers, we have a lot of NGOs like Catholic Charity and many other NGOs that support the members of parliament from both sides. So, for example, I remember during the Ramadan, an Arab NGO from Turkey, I think donated almost 500 bags of rice to my office.
Oh, okay.
And they've been doing boreholes for me, building mosques and all those things in my constituency. So the rice I will share might not necessarily be money that has come from my pocket. However, in some occasions, you also need to just complement the difference from your pocket to make sure that no one is left out. For this Christmas period, we have reached out to NGOs like ROPA, we've reached out to NGOs like Ring Ghana and all those other people who have agreed to give us soft drinks. So when you get those ones, then you complement it with some rice. However, the most important thing is also that I'm a very big rice farmer, and sometimes you plan ahead of time. So for example, this is the period of harvest. So if I harvest it now, so it means that my Ramadan that is coming in a few months' time, I'll be able to deal with it from here. And also the Eid al-Adha that will come will also be dealt if you don't get support from other sources. But in all these things, we all still go with cap in hand, talking to international organizations to come to our aid. And look, for example, Islam, one of the critical tenets is zakat.
Yeah.
So people have the attitude of donating. And it is normally predominantly Arab nations. So if you go to the 5 northern regions, you see that major mosques, boreholes, and rice donations have been done by Saudi government, Iran, Turkey, and Syria, and all those countries. They always come through when it comes to expanding the religion. And same can be said with other denominations. And let me give you an example. Recently, I had a partnership with the Catholic Relief Services to support and train close to 2,000 youth in my constituency and give them those feeding things and all those. So if you look at both religions that are predominantly in my constituency, we receive support from many stakeholders. And so not necessarily that the MP have to raise all these monies from his pocket. But of course, if you look at the structure of the DACF as the portion that goes to the MP, as part of its utilization, it is also stated by their own regulations that part of it is to ensure social safety nets is provided.
Okay.
So even though, because the money that you receive as DACF share of the MP cannot initiate an infrastructure project. So sometimes we use it to cushion the vulnerable in our constituencies. For example, payment of school fees, payment of medical bills, and some essential food items that is needed to sustain the livelihood of the poor. And Northern region, Moro, you are aware that in terms of, if you look at the poverty ranking, according to the multi-poverty dimension, Northern region is still number 6. We are part of the top 6 poorest regions. And for that matter, we do everything bearing in mind of the incidence of poverty in our places. So, like this Christmas, we will take it as an opportunity to reach out to the poor, to make sure that we sustain their livelihood in this period. Because this is the period that most economic activity will ground, because people have returned back to their places for Christmas. So I'm using this opportunity to wish every person watching from Sanarigu a Merry Christmas in advance.
Where you are, so constituents, you've heard him, it's not easy, you know, because these are all charity funded, in fact, largely charity funded.
I'm sure lawyer knows about that.
Yes, but you know, he wanted to become an MP, and sometimes in fact, my question to him was, in fact, I was just about to ask him whether sometimes you dread being an MP when you hear of some of these things, whether you have it or that's you. Oh, what's this occasion?
So currently we are doing a week-long youth festival. In fact, the first in Ghana.
Okay.
To be done by any conference. I took this concept from a Russian program. Okay. There's currently ongoing World Youth Festival in Russia. So I saw the motivation there to also institute something like that. Okay. So we marked the beginning of the youth festival on Saturday with a massive health walk in my conference. That was just last Saturday. Okay. And the program actually will start on 21st of this month to 27th of this month with series of programs. The title is Cultural Heritage Empowering the Future. We want to showcase. You remember the last time I came here, we spoke about tourist sites in my constituency.
Yes.
I told Andy
the tourism prospects in your constituency.
So we'll be showcasing it to the world. Okay. So it's a series of events, symposiums, business fairs, and then culture. How the constituency has almost 13 tribes. Okay. But majority are
in Sanarigu.
Yes.
13 tribes.
13. Majority are the Gombes, of course. Yes. But you see, we house all the barracks in the Northern region.
Both Tamina barracks.
Yes, and the Bawa barracks. So these settlers are not necessarily from Dagbon.
Yeah.
Oh. And now those military, when they retire, they move to Kakasunaka.
Yeah, okay. Just opposite.
Just opposite. So they have now formed a large community over there. And even Tapi, Kuku, and others, we have those other tribes. So we want to bring all of them together to make sure that we do tribal cultural fairs so that we all come and display what we are best at. When you know people, you learn how not to fight with them. So we want to understand how the Kotokolis do their things, how the Evers live. We want to showcase the culture of every tribe within the constituency to the world. Then we'll also organize several symposiums and business fairs. We're inviting the Ministry of Special Initiatives. We have also invited the Tourism Development Authority to come and see the tourism potential of Sanarigu. I can tell you on authority that we have one of the best tourist sites, but it is not being commercialized. And I didn't want to believe what I saw. But if you go to Sanga, you will see that there's a saying that a chief went to battle and came back and was furious. And the wife came to serve the chief with water and knelt. You know, normally when our women are giving us water, they kneel.
Yes.
And you can see traces of the knee on the ground. Okay. You can still see hands. You can see Owari, the boxes, all in the rock. Huh? Yes. I saw myself, I didn't believe it until I saw it.
Okay.
In Sanga. So this is one. I told the Minister, Honorable Abdullah Gomeshi, I told her to visit Sanarigu. If we are able to drive the commercial value of this type of listen.
But those signs that you're seeing,
yes,
they date back to hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years, and look,
and they are still there.
They are still there. See. And let me tell you something. That place, contractors have always called on us because the chiefs and the people of Sanga have protected that area. Okay. It has a huge depot of gravel that contractors can even go and use for road construction. But we have stopped it because it will lose the cultural essence. So I told the minister that, come, because if you go to Dubai, the oil production in UAE is not in Dubai, it's in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
Okay. But Dubai is expanding rapidly through tourism. So I told her that let's make sure that we commercialize this tourist sites. So recently I saw that she did something good. she contacted all members of parliament to list tourist sites within our constituencies to make sure that they add commercial value to it and showcase it to the world during the Ghana Beyond, and then the Black Star Experience is part of the Black Star Experience agenda. So for me, this program seeks to promote peace, cultural heritage, and empower our future, because we are also bringing NGOs and government agencies to teach our people the best entrepreneurship program, and then we'll climax it with a smoke day. You know, I'm sure Honorable Shak knows, the Gonja smoke is different from the Dagomba smoke. Very true. And it's also different from the Northeast, and the Mamprusi, and the other. So we want to see the various types. You see the design I'm wearing. There are many other beautiful ones out there that we want people to come and showcase, and then we'll create immediate market for them. Because once they come and showcase it in the venue, a lot of people, buyers will get it, and then also people who will see what we wear will always contact us for more. I remember I wore a smoke 2 days ago to Parliament. So any person who saw me said, today I look like John Mahama. And about 4 MPs contacted me subsequently that I should let them order some for them. Indeed, I'm proud to say that even last night, some of them wore it to Parliament when we were doing the appropriation issue. Okay. So this program, I'm inviting everybody who can make it during this festive period from 21st to 27th. We have taken notice of the Christmas on 25th and then Boxing Day of 26th. We've accommodated that to make sure that people get time with their family. But from 21st to 27th, we are showcasing Sadar to the world.
I know Omoro is a host, but I just have one question.
Okay.
I know you are doing...
I'd allow you to ask
Okay, I know you are doing a lot.
We have to take a short break. And when I come back, in fact, when we return, I'll give you the chance to ask the question. You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please don't go anywhere.
Start your Kids Day the right way, filled with confidence to take on any challenge. Pepsodent Kids contains the right amount of fluoride and sugar acid protection to care for their developing gums and teeth. Grab either orange or strawberry so they brush with the sweet flavor they love morning and evening. Pepsodent Kids, giving your children a bright smile for a brighter future.
Ebusiafo ye mama kwaba eba Children's Palace. Nkwala nyema nyina fie enyi. Yonkwala ntade mani mema nyina ntare nyina wase. Yonkwala shoes, yonkwala duane, yonkwala wipes, yonkwala diapers, yonkwala toys, baby coat. In fact, bibia opama omanyina obenye biwa ase.
Located at East Legon Hills, Nana Chrome KFC. Contact us on 059 6377 172. Children's Palace. Happy children, happy fashion. See you soon. Bye bye.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354. Also 0531 600 360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking Publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson,
Me didn't tum Mr. Femi Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's you.
Improve car.
Yeah.
Captain was key to double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Femi sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Come tum preko.
My line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Samacha Sapapadia to a mammy manful. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so buying, and maniswing, Nesasu Mama Hotoso, a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80-gram and 150-gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
In a world where everything is connected, your business's security is only as strong as its weakest link. The growing threat of cybercrime has become an unescapable reality. In 2025 alone, the projected cost of cybercrime is expected to grow to $10 trillion globally, with small-medium businesses disproportionately targeted. Cyber threats have become increasingly sophisticated, widespread, and invisible, placing unequipped organizations at risk of massive damages in a matter of seconds. Meet Virtual InfoSec Africa, Ghana's Tier 1 certified managed security service provider. We don't just monitor threats, we predict, prevent, and respond 24/7. At Virtual InfoSec Africa, we deliver bold and cost-effective cybersecurity solutions tailored to your organization's size and complexity. Whether you're a startup or a national institution, our services scale with your needs. We offer 24/7 SOC monitoring, early warning threat intelligence, managed detection and response, digital forensics and incident response, and predictive analysis and threat hunting. From endpoint protection to dark web forensics, we secure every layer of your digital ecosystem. Why wait for a breach to act? Join the ranks of high institutions who trust Virtual InfoSec Africa to secure their future. Start your 3-month free trial of our early warning threat intelligence platform today. For more inquiries, contact 055-689-2086 or visit our website at www.virtualinfosecafrica.com.
The festive season is here again, and your most preferred estate partner is giving you 25% discount on land sale. Yes, for our Bronya Asase promo,
Estate Masters is offering this massive discount for outright purchases. This includes free indenture, free site plan, and a free site visit. So what are you waiting for? Rush now and secure a plot of land while it is still hot. Reach out to us using the numbers below or visit our website at www.estatemastersgh.com. Estate Masters, your most preferred estate partner.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TV. 4 TVs? Yes, 4.
Okay, I'm coming. You are using it to spread grandma like that? Spread grandma? 4 TVs, 2 fridges, microwave. Abba, Kojo, why? Do you want to open an electrical shop for her?
Hey, no! It's a regular 100 cities I send her.
I'm sure it's Uncle Atu.
Let's call him.
Atu? Why?
Atu?
Why are you spreading a grandma with appliances?
Me? Spread who? When? How? Please, it could be Amma.
Let's call Amma.
Let me call her.
Hello?
Amma, why?
What are you saying?
Appliances for grandma, no. Why?
Hey, it's not me, oh.
Something critical.
Let's call grandma.
Let's call grandma.
Hello?
Hey, grandma. So who is buying all those stuff for you?
Call me Granny Cash. Grandma know the joke, the luckiest. If they do me 5 hours per year. When I buy ticket 100 cities, I pay them small or big. I automatically get my free gift.
Hey, sir! Yes, so with the luckiest, anytime you buy tickets up to 100 cities, whether small or at once, you are guaranteed to win a free gift. TV sets, fridges, hampers, airtime, cash. Remember to dial *712#, choose option 4 and follow the prompt. With the luckiest, everybody wins. Even Granny Cash.
Metro TV presents the Jollof Festival. Get ready for non-stop entertainment, vibrant vendor booths, and yes, free food for everyone. We're calling on all vendors, cooks, and food lovers from every corner in Accra to Metro TV. Step into the spotlight for a blazing friendly Jollof Showdown. 5 embassies, 5 flavors, 1 crown. Who takes the Jollof crown? Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, and Sierra Leone representing. All you need to do is to make your way to the premises of Metro TV, Dr. Isa Street, Northridge, Accra on Saturday, 20th December 2025 for free jollof. It is totally free and open to the public. Guys, you don't want to miss out on the best jollof of the day. The Jollof Festival. Don't miss the heat.
Bonjour, c'est ABC from Sénégal. Je représenterai le Sénégal au festival Jollof Festival qui sera le 20 décembre 2025 au Metro TV. Donc j'invite tous les francophones, tous les Sénégalais, tous les francophones de venir manger. I will be at the Ghana Jollof Festival, who will be at 20th December. So I'm inviting all the francophones, all the Senegalese to come and eat and enjoy Ghana food as well as Senegal dishes.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on a Metro Television. My name is Audmore. I'm here with the Honorable Member of Parliament for the Sac-Nadagu constituency, Mr. Atta Issa, and also an aspiring Member of Parliament, I don't know that he's still aspiring, but for now he's just a law lecturer and also a member of the MPP's legal directorate, and he's also a legal practitioner, as in a lawyer. And I'm talking about the man Ishaq Ibrahim, who also joined us this morning on the show. You wanted to ask Thais a question?
Yes. I'm not sure whether the question is still current, but the question was whether, I know he's doing a lot for his consistency.
Yes.
And as you can testify what he's saying, the sort of work he's doing. But I'm just wondering whether some members of his consistency are still disappointed in him, simply because if you compare, I mean, whether when he speaks,
okay,
as compared to his predecessor, one or two where there were proverbs.
Right.
That was a source of entertainment for many people.
Right.
But I can see his style of speaking. Today, as well as previous time I'm watching on TV, we haven't heard similar proverbs.
Okay.
But we thought this was a signature move for people for Sandarugo. Did he take his traditional lessons very well? And I'm disappointed about him so far.
Okay.
So,
yes, Proverbs, in strictly speaking, the sense of my predecessor was to depict our culture, most of them.
Okay.
So, to that extent, I'm also in the learning process.
Right.
He's living a memoir with us, and like you said, that is a signature of Honorable A.B. Efuseni.
Okay.
He had carved that niche for himself over the period. So I think that I won't just suddenly become a Proverbs person just because I'm also an MP for Sandarugo.
Okay.
But I think that it was a good moment that we had with him. Look, when you go to the constituency, even if you are angry and he comes and starts talking, one or two proverbs, you see to light up the community. So these are the positive aspects of it that some of us would like to continue. Okay. And it is interesting to note that, Moro, every person in Sandarugo constituency who is of sound mind has some proverbs in them.
Right.
So when I go for my party meetings, every person who stands to speak will occasionally give you one or two proverbs. So I think that is a signature for our constituency. And I'm also still learning. And once I step into a shoe properly and fully, when I come here, I'll drop some bars.
Okay. Honorable A.B. Efuseni, wherever you are.
We say good morning, sir.
We salute you, sir. We hope that you're doing very well.
Yeah.
Anyway, recently his daughter chalked an academic feat. As she turned out to be the best law student.
Yes.
And she was interviewed on some other media
best
platform.
graduating law
student. If you see that day in Sandarugo, we were so happy. And in fact, let me commend her and congratulate her once again.
Okay.
What happened that day, especially for a lady, signifies a lot for us. It means that the potentials up north is high.
Okay.
And if the daughter of Honorable A.B. Efuseni can achieve this, I'm sure many other parents can achieve same.
Okay.
And that's why, if you observe, she came home with the father, and they visited Yana and other stakeholders in the north and opinion leaders. And everybody, the word was that we are proud of her and we wish to see more. So, Teya, she made it. She made us proud as a constituency, and we wish her well in her future endeavors.
That's good.
Well, she said her father was giving her sleepless. Well, she was giving herself sleepless nights. Her father was worried.
Yes.
And but it's paid off.
Yes.
It's paid off. Anyway, gentlemen, I want us to. Oh, so that's her. That's Teya.
Teya.
And her father.
Yes.
Oh, she looks very much like her dad.
Yes.
What?
Yes. And she's very smart.
Yes. You know, she's inherited not just his knowledge, but she's also inherited his height.
Yeah.
She's inherited his height.
Yes.
Yes. That's her. That's Teya.
Yes.
What's her full name?
You know, the father is Bashir
Fuseni. Yeah, so Teya Bashir Fuseni.
Is it just Teya or Tumteya?
Tumteya.
Mm.
But you know, we have
So Chung as the bubble tree has expanded.
Right.
Okay.
And indeed, the name has expanded across the country. In fact, that day I was watching it with some people.
Just the same thing.
Yes.
We didn't see it coming.
In fact, ABF Husseini has said that if you want to come for his daughter, then you better come well.
Okay.
Because the number of cows that you have to buy.
The government don't pay cows. Is he introducing a new?
Master, he just said it.
No,
he said it
we'll start with this one.
We'll start with the cows.
Yeah, we'll start it because the investment in this lady is not easy.
I know.
So they should.
Anyway, so
they are like somebody who has died in the market. A man who has died in the market, you don't need to announce his funeral. When a house has fallen, you don't ask whether the roof is still standing. And if you know somebody in the daytime, you don't light a torch to identify him in the night. Ghanaians knew who President Mahama was. From 2013 to 2017, they saw his good works. And so they could testify, comparing it with the abysmal performance of the Nana Akufo-Addo, Dr. Bawumia, inept and corruption-ridden government. They could see the difference. That's why I'm saying that if you know somebody in the daytime, you don't light a torch to identify him in the night. You see, and you don't realize the importance of your buttocks until there's a well on it. Ghanaians did not see it until President Mahama left, that they appreciated the true worth of his government, and they are now going in daylight looking for President Mahama to come back. And thankfully, Ghanaians have given him the mandate. Thank you very much. So you don't frighten a chief warrior with a mustache. Thank you very much. So that's why I say don't be in a hurry to count your chickens before the eggs hatch, because you could be mistaken to count eggs as chicken.
If a lion is found of patronizing the marketplace, they will treat it like a puppy.
So don't count your chickens before the eggs hatch.
When the horse joins the race, the donkey will be seen as the ass that it is, to smoke the dust of the horse. That when an elder is in the house, the grain will not be allowed to be soaked by the rain. So a man who has died in the market, you don't need to announce his funeral. They're saying that you must first have heard before you can chew corn.
You see, first you have to chase away the hyena before you blame the goat. It is important to put it. It's been said, you don't show an indigent the way to his house. And so the testicle that will degenerate into hernia, it will be spotted from the very first day it descends.
For everything that in the country has gone up except the height of the president.
Because our people say it is the mischief of the mosquito that enables the ordinary citizen to slap the chief. Yeah. And a lion is like a pregnancy. The older it grows, the more exposed it becomes. So when you send your son to the hereafter, he will return, you may not recognize him.
Thank you so much.
So the man who is supposed to do his nightly duties, okay, when he fails, he lays the blame on errant mosquitoes.
If you bring uninfested firewood to your house, you don't complain if you are visited by litters.
Good morning, Ghana on Metro Television. But ABS said something. He said, you will never appreciate the importance of your buttocks
until you have a boil on it. You know, when you have a boil, it's inconvenience when you are sitting. No, we need collection of these.
Yes.
Like I like the way you have that collection.
He's been asked to document them.
No, he's currently on it.
But we have a similar guy in Gambaga called Dr. Musa Yamba.
Okay.
Into brackets, Bumbio.
Okay.
We have always proposed the two of them should meet in a match.
Okay.
Perhaps on Sagani TV.
Okay.
And then we'll see the winner.
Who is who?
He's also very good.
Really?
Yes.
He's also in Dagbani.
No, he's a Mampole. Yeah, but they can communicate.
Yeah, they can communicate.
The two languages almost 99%. Yes. And he is also well educated.
Okay.
He was once upon a time a principal of Pandai Training College.
Okay.
Manasa Azure's teacher. I heard Manasa Azure paying tribute to him.
Interesting.
And he was the one Manasa Azure said he made a proverb about the mosquito.
Yes.
It's too early in the morning to say it.
Yes.
He said the mosquito said people should stop complaining about his size.
Yes.
Even his private part, the husband know where it is. Manasa Azure said it on air.
Let me say a very good morning to a brother of mine. He's a contractor too.
Okay.
Alhaji Vielem.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Former regional vice chair.
Former vice chair, yes. And I think Northern Regional Vice Chair, yes.
Yeah.
Alhaji Vielem Assalamu alaikum, good morning. It's good to know that you're watching the show. Thank you very much, and I hope everything is fine. I haven't heard or seen him in a while, and maybe I need to look for him. He's a big brother. Anyway, so let's get on with our main conversation for the day, and it has to do with the development in Boku. But before we do that, usually when you come here, I like to ask about your boss, Dr. Bawumia. How is Dr. Bawumia doing?
He's doing quite well. I think yesterday I couldn't take out the opportunity to be with him at Wale Wale.
Okay.
I think he was talking to the delegates in Wale Wale, and you could see the place was so electrified with passion. And then I think last night he spent the night at Bunkpurgu, and I think this morning they are on their way to Yinyo to talk to the delegates. In fact, I've always said to our fellow MVP members and the delegates, this is our best bet in winning the 2028 elections. The man is competent by all standards. In fact, the people of Ghana have already expressed regret for voting for this incompetent team. I know my friend here will disagree with me, but they've come to realize that, as I kept mentioning, when it comes to Galamsey, this is a corn government. And when it comes to even the standard of living of the Ghanaians, sometimes they will give you something in one hand and they take it away from you in multitude. Look at the tariffs across board. So I am just appealing to all our delegates. Let us not be distracted by some of the opponents and the utterances that they kept mentioning. Look, we lost the 2024 election not because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was not the right candidate. We lost it because of our collective failure. Our failure to collectively market him very well. Some of the mistakes that we have made whilst we're in government. And the fact that, look at the slogan we use when we're campaigning. We say we were breaking the 8. To break the 8 means we're going to do something historic. Since the 1992 that we came back to the to start the Fourth Republic, no party has ever done what we're asking Dr. Bawumia to do. So how do you judge you on a standard nobody has ever broken? And to say because of that standard, he's not worth trying again. And as we said, if you look at the history, Ghanaians believe in consistency. Even the incompetent President Mahama has won again. That's why they have rejected him several times. After his first term, they rejected him on 2 occasions. Because of the Ghanaian love for consistency, he managed to win a second term. And now we are saddled with him. So I believe, and I appeal to our members, let's give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia another opportunity, and I'm sure we are not going to regret it. After I rest today, I see Brian Achampong said that he lost Zongos, and therefore he's not worth trying. When did that become a standard? That you lost a Zongo, and therefore you cannot be tried? How? I mean, some of these statements, with all apologies to him, they just sound unreasonable to me because I don't know the metric that he's using. If you lose the Zongo, you cannot be tried again. I don't understand it. Where the Zongos wedded to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is our job to appeal to them. And collectively we fail as a party. And I believe unity is what we endanger. Let's campaign on the issues. And if you look at his campaign in Wale Wale, Nalero Gambaga, Bunkpurgu, and throughout the country that he has been going around, he campaigned on the issues, what he's capable of doing. Not personality. Let's leave personality alone. Because we want 31st December. There is no issue for reconciliation at all. And I am very sure 31st December, our delegate will choose Dr. Mahmoud. 31st January, the delegate will choose Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And then reconciliation will then become easy for us to take the fight to where it belongs. The NDCs are the right people that we should fight to remove them. Because developing Ghana is so important to leave it to such an incompetent team. And if we fight ourselves and destroy ourselves, we are not able to take the fight to them. So let's reserve our best energy for the real political enemy, which is the NDC, not ourselves. This one is a family affair. And a family fight You don't come out with all sorts of weapons, especially the destructive ones. And as we say, words sometimes are very dangerous, and we need to be careful. So I think let's do a clean campaign. Okay. And I am sure, as my friend Rachel corrected me, I don't know where my mind is. I want the election to be done and dusted so that we take the fight to them. So 31st January, I am sure, will be elected Dr. Babu Bawumia with a huge margin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get on with.
Hey, no.
I want to respond. One of the things about NDC is that they lack the spirit of.
No. You see, ordinarily,
okay.
I wouldn't have said anything.
Okay.
But the aspersions that you have just thrown at us this morning. Look.
It warrants a response.
Yes, he wants to deny the incompetent team.
Look, Moro, ordinarily, it shouldn't be our concern who the MPP elects as their next flag bearer for the 2028 election. We want a formidable opposition. But I need to clear some misunderstandings here. First of all, there is no single metric you will ever use to measure the health of an economy or the livelihoods of the people which is not better than it was in 2024. There is not even one. So if you say that Ghanaians have regretted, on what grounds? And I will demonstrate to you if you want, Senior, on tariff adjustment over the last 8 years as against 2009 to 2016. Let's not do this to ourselves. You have your election to go on. Go on with that. But don't bring us into it. Look, you said poverty of Ghanaians are increasing. People are suffering. Ghana's Statistical Service reported in their Ghana Living Standard Survey 8 that poverty has shrunk by 5% in 11 months. So what metrics are you going to use to cast that expression that this is an incompetent government? Now, coming to their election, he says they should be consistent. I'm also talking to the MPP delegates. You said they should be consistent. The consistency that we saw under Edu Boahen, he contested and lost. The MPP delegate didn't maintain him on the grounds that they thought he could have done better. In 1996, they brought President Kufuor. President Kufuor, first-time candidate, he wasn't a vice president though. He inched closer. And MPP said, let's give him another opportunity. Since this other one is not going to be Rollins again. And President Kufuor was given the opportunity and he won. President Akufo-Addo, in 2008, he led the first round of votes. Moro, am I lying? He was leading with 49.70% as against Prof Mills of 46%. It was the runoff. And in that election, Nana Akufo-Addo lost with less than 30,000 votes as against President Mills. So the MPP thought he was closer.
40,000.
Yes, 40,000.
40,000.
He was closer. And then in 2012, President Akufo-Addo lost. And the margin of loss was around 300,000. And even that, the whole MPP believed that the election was stolen. And that was why you subjected us to 9 months of Supreme Court petition. Now, let's come to Dr. Bawumia. This is a sitting vice president. You lost in all the 5 northern regions. In fact, all the 5 northern regions he lost, except Northeast. And the Northeast too, we all had it equal. So, what type of comparison are we doing here? Somebody who told us that he is coming to represent Muslims, and yet you couldn't secure the Muslim votes for your party. Somebody, in fact, I witnessed Dr. Bawumia on many occasions says we should vote for him because he's a Muslim. He will be the first Muslim president. Moro, didn't you hear that? Yet, go and look at the performance of Dr. Bawumia in the Zongo communities. You came and met chiefs and people of northern region and said, you are a Mamprusi man. Mahama is a Gonja. The Mamprusis, the Gombes, and Nanumbes are one by lineage. So we should vote for you because you are one of us and reject President Mahama because he's not one of us. Yet you couldn't convince Northerners to vote for you. So where is your strength? In every product you are selling, you do SWOT analysis. Is that not it? Where is the strength of Dr. Bawumia? All the major steps that you took to consolidate your position in the party, you lost all. Moro, now the same litmus test he used against President Mahama is being used against him, and he's now crying. He said he should stop insults. Was it not Dr. Bawumia who started insulting President Mahama? Now they are saying that you couldn't secure Zongo votes. They say they should stop. Your major enemy is the NDC. We are not your enemy. Your enemy is your past. Dr. Bawumia, what is haunting him now is the past. He said too much and did little. That is why your own party people said 2 million of MPP voters didn't vote. Do you think suddenly bringing Dr. Bawumia will bring them out to vote? He talked about, he said what the MPP should rather focus on is the NDC. Now my point is that you have up to January 31st. Moro, this is the first time in the history of this country that an election of a flag bearer is happening preceding branch elections or police station executives. The same group of branch executives that delivered the 41.something% for you is the same branch executive that is expected to elect the Bawumia again. They did their own survey and went to London. I'm saying this on authority. The London meeting, Dr. Bawumia and the general secretary of their party, they were all in that meeting. They knew that if they allow police station executive to be re-elected before the main election, Dr. Bawumia doesn't stand a chance. So, how logical will it be to build a house?
This meeting you're talking about, you know it as a matter of fact?
As a matter of fact. No, I'm serious about this. I know what I'm telling you that they went to. You have never heard of it.
And this meeting had the general secretary?
General secretary was there. He was in that meeting and Dr. Bawumia was there. In fact, there are pictures of it. Maybe they can deny the content, but not the meeting. I'm saying that, Moro.
And the focus of the conversation was about...
Do you know...
Was about what?
In fact, immediately the pictures came out from the UK meeting. Then the next day, they hardly called a steering committee meeting and passed this type of resolution.
I see.
My point is that, how can you build a house and put the roof on nothing? Because the foundation of every political party is the grassroots.
but they have given their reason why this early because it's a congress, it's not a conference. It's a congress, isn't it?
In fact,
the early congress is important. I mean, the internal bickering, the back and forth, insults and so on. I mean, the more it delays, the party believes that it would hurt it.
Moro.
You don't agree with that?
Look, let's not listen to these people.
Okay.
First of all, no candidate in the world has capacity to campaign 3 years straight. There's nothing like that. So the excuse that they did that for early Congress because of internal bickering is neither here nor there. They did their calculations and they realized that. And there's a concept of fruits from a poisonous tree in law. You can't put something on nothing. The branch, which is the foundation of the political party, in fact, they secured the 38.something% for you. They are those people who represented Dr. Bawumia on December 7, 2024.
No,
these same people delivered you poor results.
They don't have branches. They have polling centers.
So
polling offices, right?
Let's grant them.
Yeah.
No, so I'm saying that they have police station executives. Yes. The police station executives landed them with this abysmal performance.
Okay.
This same police station executive are expected to take decision for the future of the party. So my point is that they knew that if they, you see right now, NDC, we brought out our timetable, and you saw that we are starting everything with branch reorganization. Even though NDC as a political party won the election, we still believe that there are issues that will emerge that we need to listen from the grassroots. We need to do stakeholder engagement. We need to reorganize the party from the base, because it is the base that delivers results, not the upper. Now, finally, let me conclude with this. I wish them all the best. But the national executives of the party must also be seen to be fair. This election has already been determined. The winner of this election has already been determined.
How so?
First of all, the decision to do top-down approach was not consensus. Seasoned members of the party, in fact, who are presidential aspirants, questioned the rationale behind this and demanded for a meeting to get to the finality of this. We didn't hear anything about it. Number two, a presidential candidate, when you go for an election, it is the person of the president who contests the election and not the party. And I'll demonstrate. When President Mahama was taken to court in 2012, he was the beneficiary of that election. And then the NDC as a political party applied to join the suit, if you remember. This happened recently in 2020. So thank you to a presidential candidate. If you want to be seen to be fair and to be able to bring all factions together after primary, you don't join such a presidential candidate on national tours. And when they went on those tours, they used it as a platform to relaunch the comeback of Bawumia. And if you observe, when Kennedy Agyapong joined them on one occasion, you saw the results of his participation at that program. They used it as an opportunity to launch offensive attacks. Abronya, what's the name? Abronya, the Bono Regional Chairman. DC. He used that platform. That same day Kennedy Agyapong came to speak, he used that same platform to attack Kennedy Agyapong. It means that that program was not favorable to any dissent. Number three, if you look at MPs, as we speak, MPs are the only working structure of the political party when you are in opposition. As you can't be going through branch elections and be moving around campaigning. That's not what. The one that keeps the government in checks primarily is your opposition in parliament. They should be seen to be holding forth independently from the thinking of interested parties. What do we see in parliament? You see people desert their parliamentary functions. This critical time of budgeting, where opposition is supposed to scrutinize everything in the budget, they are busily following him in the 5 northern regions. How do you want to ensure inclusion? How do you want to promote compassion among each other? How do you want to bring them back after the presidential primary? Because you yourself that should have stood firm to be able to bring all of us together. You are following Dr. Bawumia in your a former finance minister is there, former deputy transport minister. They are all in the 5 northern regions following him, and you expect these people to come together because they have done an early primaries. That is a joke. I will conclude by a free advice to you. Dr. Bawumia should apologize to Ghanaians. It was not us who said that Dr. Bawumia was brought to this country to manage the economy. He opened his mouth and said it at Central University. It was not us who told Dr. Bawumia to say that in 18 months, he will make sure that every village and every toilet community in the northern region will get toilets and water. It was not us who told Dr. Bawumia that when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. And he led us to 17 cedis to $1. It was not us who told Dr. Bawumia to vote for him because he's a northerner and a Muslim. So whatever fire he's getting now, it is the doing of his own self. That's what I will have to say about
Imoro, just give me a minute or two to just have a last say on this. We have listened to the MPP delegates, as you can see. We have listened to our opponent. Clearly, he has an interest in this outcome election, regardless of whatever he says. You could see that his preference is either Kennedy Agyapong or Dr. Achampong.
I have not mentioned
Dr. Brian.
I have not mentioned.
No, you haven't, but we can read it. The one the NDC is most scared of is Dr. Bawumia. Simple because they think the rest of them is a pushover. They are best bet. So when you see your opponent directing you in a particular direction, just be careful. It is that very direction that will give the opportunity to win. So for me, you were speaking to our delegates directly. And nobody would take the advice of your opponent where they are possibly directing you to. Once you say Bawumia wasn't the right person.
Criticisms.
No. I'm not saying we don't.
And so that's what you are saying. I'm just providing you information to guide you.
And your criticism will further guide us.
No.
That we shouldn't look in the direction that you are pointing at because you have interest. There have been survey. A survey shows that majority of NDCs actually prefer Kennedy Agyapong to win because they think he's a pushover. So for me, the MPP.
Let me provide you this example. Moro, tell me. No, do you know that in 2020 elections?
Yes.
When we were going to elect our flag bearer, do you know they said said that Mahama will be the easiest they can beat. Don't you know that? He said somebody who lost with 1 million. NDC is bringing. As for those things, that's what
the delegates.
The truth of what I've said, you can't question any of them.
The delegates have heard it loud and crowd. But then you made some fundamental.
7 regions, 0 MP.
He made some fundamental mistake. That you cannot put something on nothing. Even the law says that. No, these delegates going to vote. They have a mandate beyond.
Their term has expired because it was extended at your National Congress.
No.
When did you
listen?
When did you vote for them?
Look,
when did you choose them?
The national, what they call it, NEC have the authority.
That is why I'm saying that you varied it.
Look,
you varied it.
Whatever it is, they have a mandate. And once they have a mandate, they have every right to
predetermined end. That's the mandate you have.
I don't really think so. But I will be scared when my opponent is telling me to look different way. I'll look the right way, and the right way to look is to vote.
And then they are coercing. I will tell you, Safilugu constituency, they are coercing people. Even parliamentarians are.
How are they coercing people? We are in opposition. Who has power?
Wait.
In opposition, nobody has power.
Wait. I'm telling you that if you are in any constituency in the 5 northern regions,
yes,
and you are not supporting Dr. Bawumia,
yes,
they will say they will ask you in the next election. All they are trying to do is that they are trying to subvert the independent will of the people. People will be induced to vote in this election. People are forced in Northeast region. The chiefs are getting involved, saying that on that day, on the 21st January,
mention a particular chief that is involved.
In fact, we saw similar thing by Nayiri in the 2019.
Nayiri is
the recent one. The recent primaries that he went with Alan and he resigned. We saw similar things done by chiefs in Northeast, where they were saying that they beat agents of Canada Japan. This same election.
No. You made a specific allegation that chiefs.
Nayiri said Bawumia is the son of the land. He expects the people to vote.
But is he not the son of the land?
So what I'm saying is that this is.
If somebody says he's the son of the land, it's factual.
Get my point.
Yes.
Moro, I'm saying that position is an induced position because people are thinking of the ramification.
I don't agree with you. One of the lawyers of the Nayiri, I can tell you emphatic that the Nayiri respect the Constitution. The Constitution says chiefs must not involve themselves in active politics. The Nayiri has never engaged in any active party politics.
Moro, let me give you this example. Look, Canada Japan had polling stations in all the constituencies in Northeast.
Yes.
Every polling center that they opened that day in the constituency, they had 0, 0, 0. And I'm coming. And people were beaten. Canadian agents were beaten. In my constituency, Sanargu.
Yes.
Some polling agents, special shout out to Murjana, who later joined NDC. She was beaten. That is the tendency of Dr. Bawumia in the 5 northern regions. And I'm telling them that if it happens this year, Brian Champo Eastern region and Kerabon Central region should also meet the same treatment to them because they are not given a fair playground for everybody to participate in the election. That's my submission.
So just listen to an NDC advising you. You have to remember their revolutionary past. He's now advising people to retaliate with violence.
Yes, if they treat them with violence in Northeast and other regions, they should be made in the same violence.
This advice can only come from an NDC person.
Because you are using the northern region violence. You are using the northern region out of 53. Look, out of 57 constituencies in the 5 northern regions, Dr. Bawumia doesn't even have 10.
Emoro, violence is
and you want to be president.
Violence is always wrong, regardless of who is doing it.
Not when
if for some reason, my advice would be, if for some reason violence was visited in anybody in the Northeast region, it's wrong. And it should be stopped, regardless of what we're a family. It doesn't really matter.
When it is persistent.
And I'll not advise anybody in the Eastern region or Central region to visit anybody with violence because there's a perceived violence coming from somewhere.
So they should always be at the receiving end.
No, that's not the point. You see, the advice is leading us.
No,
they even want us to use violence on each other.
Let me borrow. Let me borrow something from the my former boss, Honorable ABFC. Okay. The testicles that will generate into hernia.
This is early morning.
No, the testicles that will generate into hernia will be spotted on the first day it comes. So I'm saying that when they look at the past, they saw that 5 northern regions agents were beaten. And let me quote this guy, the one who contested youth organization in the northern region. the
don't have the best interest of Ghana at hand.
He and the regional chairman, Chairman Samba, they fought at the police center. And you know what happened? Chairman Samba, who is not the agent of Baume, you are a regional executive.
Which COP? The COPs are many.
No, there's other COP. Rashid. Yes, his younger brother. The one who contested together. He came to the police center representing Alan.
Okay.
Regional chairman, you are a regional chairman. You are not supposed to display your biases. Chairman Samba came to the police center and insisted that anybody that votes in that primaries should show their vote to him. And it led them to...
I know Chairman Samba very well. He's a law-abiding person.
Who are watching us, my cousin. MPP members who are watching us from home. Please text tomorrow and confirm what I'm saying. It led to Chairman Samba slapping...
No. I've known Chairman Samba since we were young. He's my cousin.
Each other.
He's a law-abiding guy.
Whilst we are changing the different house, I'll show you the video.
He believes in diplomacy. The NDC can always say anything. we MPP have no revolutionary past. We are not a violent type. So when you hear NDC person say someone should respond violence with perceived violence, I don't encourage it at all.
I'm not saying...
As an MPP, of course,
I'm saying that if they do that, do that to them in Northeast,
yes.
I know
that's a bad advice.
They are already planning on it already.
In fact, you are more likely to be because Honorable is actually committing a criminal offense.
You can take it to court.
Yeah, it could be.
Yes, I don't have a problem.
If you advise people actively to actually visit somebody with violence because there is violence, that have not even nexus.
The first person to take to court.
What is the nexus of violence in the
first person to take to court is Brian Chapo and Kennedy. Because they are also feeling the threat of you are trying to segment.
So I don't
treating some presidential candidates favorable than others.
If violence were used in the East region, it's wrong, and nobody should visit anybody with violence. Okay. And the security services should detain whoever uses violence. And nobody in the eastern region or central region should visit anybody with violence. There's no even nexus.
Okay. I don't want my management to visit me with administrative violence.
Okay.
I need to take a break. I beg you.
Okay.
Yes. You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please stay with us. Before you say it's time for go break, no go.
Start your kids' day the right way, filled with confidence to take on any challenge. Pepsodent Kids contains the right amount of fluoride and sugar acid protection to care for their developing gums and teeth. Grab either orange or strawberry so they brush with the sweet flavor they love morning and evening. Pepsodent Kids, giving your children a bright smile for a brighter future.
Are you a public sector worker dreaming of owning your own home but worried about the upfront cost? At Rehoboth Havens, we've made home ownership not only possible but simple, affordable, and convenient. For the first time, you can own your own home with no physical deposit required. Through our partnership with reputable Ghanaian banks, your Provident Fund becomes your deposit, making the process smooth and stress-free. After that, you simply pay the balance through an affordable mortgage with monthly installments designed to fit your income. With mortgage rates as low as 15% and a repayment period of up to 20 years, securing your future home has never been easier. And the best part, every Ghanaian worker deserves a decent home. Own your 2-bedroom home today, starting from just 675,000 Ghana cedis, or upgrade to our executive 3 and 4 bedrooms, all on Sweet Homes, even for more space, comfort, and luxury. Rehoboth Havens is located in the serene hills of Ayi Mensa Damfa, offering breathtaking views of the Pediasi Ebri Mountains. Here, you are not just buying a house, you are joining a secure gated community designed for peace, privacy, and comfortable family living. Say goodbye to land litigation, building stress, and construction delays. Say hello to your own home. Move-in ready and free from legal complications. Secure your retirement now. For more information, call us today at +233 55 375 1933 or +233 20 682 3524. Rehoboth Social Housing. Your housing dream becomes reality.
Ama. Nansi mi jeno wo bin enko ye kwao. Ama ma ye bohu se kontomra akija.
Nansi me hu se mi nyo basi makura. Ama me kunu ni me into kwankwa. Oyiwa. Enye mo give us GC mixture and the capsules. Aye num boom. En ho asem na mo kana. E boa emma ene meme nyina. Ne ma wo ba ye obesima. Na be ma so aye be masima. Ya we be boa wukuru ama ne giant sa wo de hye ne botum na wanyinya ne nim tisese ne oyi chopo na GC mixture and then a capsule. Achesa.
A painful battle one more menu for one kwada when you feel do me look
Achesa. Wabedum tamaso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Makwaya mabesisia. A bozing. I can say no ya konati and the more drink woman. Hey. But I didn't mean. Oh, sorry. She knew her old dish. Eddie, Dabio, baby womb. Ready? Hey, baby womb. Ah, Eddie. I'll cause some discomfort. Ah. Sorry, well, uncle, where would I die? Why your funeral?
Say a Pesori insecticide GB at a user. Ko pharmacy na shop biamu. Na mum say a pharmacy supermarket and a shop ra. Na repedudu etu akotonwa. Ono fra Royal Dutch and na Aerofield Trading. Efi spray with daimwa.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TVs. 4 TVs? Yes, 4.
Okay, I'm coming.
I'm not able to.
It's like a scandal now. You are using it to spread grandma like that. Spread grandma? 4 TVs, 2 fridges, microwave, Abba. Kojo, why? Do you want to open an electrical shop for her?
Hey, no. It's a regular 100 cities I send her.
I'm sure it's Uncle Atu.
Let's call him.
Atu? Why? Atu? Why are you spreading a grandma with appliances?
Me? Spread who? When? How? Please, oh, it could be Amma.
Let's call Amma.
Let me call her.
Hello?
Oh, why?
What are you saying?
Appliances for grandma, no. Why?
Hey, it's not me, oh.
Something critical.
Let's call grandma.
Let's call grandma.
Hello?
Hey, grandma. So who is buying all those stuff for you?
Call me Granny Cash. Grandma know the joke, the luckiest. If they do me 5 pounds per year. When I buy ticket 100 cedis, I pay them small or big. I automatically get my free gift.
Hey, sir! Yes, so with the luckiest, anytime you buy tickets up to 100 cedis, whether small or at once, you are guaranteed to win a free gift. TV sets, fridges, hampers, airtime, cash. Remember to dial *712#, choose option 4 and follow the prompt. With the luckiest, everybody wins. If you Granny Cash.
Metro TV presents the Jollof Festival. Get ready for non-stop entertainment, vibrant vendor booths, and yes, free food for everyone. We're calling on all vendors, cooks, and food lovers from every corner in Accra to Metro TV. Step into the spotlight for a blazing friendly Jollof Showdown. 5 embassies, 5 flavors, 1 crown. Who takes the Jollof crown? Ghana, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, and Sierra Leone represented. All you need to do is to make your way to the premises of Metro TV, Dr. Isaac Street, Northridge, Accra on Saturday, 20th December 2025 for free jollof. It is totally free and open to the public. Guys, you don't want to miss out on the best jollof of the day. The Jollof Festival. Don't miss the heat.
Bonjour, c'est ABC from Sénégal. Je représenterai le Sénégal au festival Jollof Festival qui sera le 20 décembre 2025 au Metro TV. Donc j'invite tous les francophones, tous les Sénégalais, tous les francophones de venir manger. I will be at the Ghana Jollof Festival, who will be at 20th December. So I'm inviting all the francophones, all the Senegalese to come and eat and enjoy Ghana food as well as Senegal dishes.
All right, you're live on Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television, and we've been having conversations about the young people internal primaries, and we keep bringing these issues up because it's just some 40, in fact, less than 2 months away, and so we have to keep tabs on what's happening there. In fact, some people can argue, and understandably so, that the race is at a home stretch. We're almost there, 31st of January. So from time to time when the MPP reps come in, especially those who are, not even those who are aligned to the Bamia project, but any MPP rep at all, other representing Ken, Dr. Mani Champon, Dr. Yadus Jeduchum, any of them would ask how their campaign is going. So that because the whole idea is we want you to know that when it comes to the coverage of political events, Metro TV is always number one, and you know that. And so we don't want to leave you out of the action. But talking about what Metro TV is also good at, we're also very good at giving back to our society. We're very good at giving back to the community. There's a big event that's coming off this Saturday, which is just in less than 48 hours. Now, we're talking about 5 embassies, 5 flavors, 1 crown, and who will take the Jollof crown. Is it going to be Ghana? Is it going to be Nigeria? Is it going to be Ivory Coast? Is it going to be Sierra Leone? Is it going to be Senegal? It's the Metro TV Jollof Festival, Jollof Festival 2025. And it's coming up on the 20th of December 2025, Saturday at Metro TV premises. So it's free food, music, vendors, Jollof Showdown. If you are a restaurant, an eatery, or a chef, and you are into jollof, grab the opportunity to exhibit your jollof at the Metro TV Jollof Festival. There's a special jollof tasting booth. And for inquiries, please contact 0266 180 927. So 0266 180 927. That's the number. Please call and ask or make whatever inquiries you want to make as far as Saturday's event is concerned. And we will give an official invitation to Ishak and the Honorable so that they can come and join us feast and eat and enjoy our jollof or savor our jollof. I don't know whether they will go for the Senegal one, the Sierra Leone one, or the Ivory Coast or Nigeria one. Or they'll just do Ghana jollof, and that's fine. So, gentlemen, I want us to spend not all day because, you see, it's a very tacky subject matter for me. And indeed, I'm conflicted. Of course, as a son of the northern region, I have it, or I owe it a responsibility to make sure that the region develops, you know, but it cannot develop in peace, not in pieces, and not in war, and not in conflict. And so, in as much as, you know, so the conflict within me is that, one, I'm a journalist. I need to bring out the issues that are making rounds in our dear country, Ghana. But at the same time, I'm also being careful not to be seen to be bringing up or to be to be fanning any kind of ethnic tension. So I would implore the two of you to make sure that please, let's treat this subject matter with all the tact, with all the diplomacy, and with all the modesty and moderation that we can exercise or we can master. It's extremely important. So let's do what the Daily Graph. But before we do that, I want us to watch these videos again before we start before I bring you what the Daily Graphic is reporting on this matter. So let's watch these two videos.
Boku was mentioned in the proposed terms of settlement of the Nairi as one of the towns that the Mamprisi wanted to be given to the Nairi. Unfortunately, the law as it stands now makes Asigri Aburagu Asoka the lawful chief of Boku, and so it is impossible legally to do any such thing in this mediation exercise. On the question of Boku town, I have taken the position that the established tradition since 1931 thereabout is that the person who is Bokunaba has the entire Kusasi area. By law and the declarations of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Asugri Abugrago Azoka is the Bokunaba, and there cannot be any rival residing in Boku claiming otherwise. I have impressed upon my brother the Nairi to accept that recognition by law in appreciation of the enduring brotherhood that has existed between our two kingdoms in order to ensure lasting peace and eliminate the national and international security threats that my brother himself is so concerned about. I have been candid with my brother the Nairi that the purported enskinment of Mr. Seydou Abagari as Bokunaba cannot stand. I believe my brother the Nairi has come to terms with the difficulties that will pose to achieving lasting peace, which he desires. I have, from the inception, restrained both governments from effecting the arrest of Mr. Seydou Abagari out of respect for my brother the Nairi. The final resolution of the Boku matters requires that Mr. Seydou Abagari be recalled to Nalerigu by the Nairi to be reassigned to play another traditional role at the palace of the Nairi assisted by the state. Alternatively, he may choose to stay in Boku as an ordinary citizen of the community, but not to pose as Bokunaba. The final recommendation, Mr. President, I recommend that my brother the Nairi accepts the laws as presently constituting Asigri Abugrabu Azoka as the chief of Boku and head chief of the Kusasi traditional area. We chiefs, no matter how exalted, do not live above the Constitution of Ghana and the laws duly enacted and affirmed by the courts. Accordingly, the laws which recognizes Asigri Abugragu Azoka must be enforced by the government of the Republic of Ghana until change in accordance with the 1992 Constitution or reviewed by the Supreme Court of Ghana. The government must enforce the laws and deal sternly with any person challenging the lawful authority of the Abugra Azoka. This is critical to the restoration and maintenance of peace in Kusasi traditional area. I wish to thank you, Mr. President, and your predecessor for reposing such confidence in me and tasking me with the mediation of this conflict with a view to finding a lasting solution. I also want to thank the Nairi and the Bokunaba for the efforts relative to this mediation process. The various chiefs or heads of various communities whom I met in the area who also participated in this endeavor deserve positive commendation.
This conflict is not winnable militarily. No side can vanquish the other. Boku is important to us because it is in the extreme northeast corner of our country. And we all know what is happening just across the border from Boku. In all the national security reports that I receive, there is urgency put on settling and bringing peace to Boku so that we can safeguard our whole northern border from the terrorist armed groups that are operating in our northern neighbor, Burkina Faso. And so the end of this mediation gives us the opportunity to see what the way forward is in terms of bringing peace and calm. Boko has the potential to be one of the most vibrant commercial centers in our country, and indeed it has been a center of trade. And a lot of people in Boko have prospered, whether they are Mamprisis or they are Kusasis. Unfortunately, this conflict has turned the fortunes of Boko. Teachers refuse to be posted there, doctors refuse to be posted there, civil servants are leaving. We're doing national service postings, and we have suspended posting national service men and women to Boko because we cannot guarantee their safety. And so I'm pleased that Otumfuo's mediation has come to an end and that he has presented a report. And I can assure him that government would look at this report, and within the next 24 hours, government will issue a statement on its definitive position on the report. But it's my hope that the National Peace Council, the House of Chiefs, and Otumfuo himself and all the religious bodies would go the next step of continuing the engagement between the Nairi and the Bokunaba to ensure that we're able to bring reconciliation between the two groups. On behalf of the Vice President, Nana Pokwajima, on behalf of senior government officials, on behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I wish to thank Otumfuo for this very honorable job he has done for God and country.
All right. So, it's about Boko. And we were happy yesterday when the Otumfuo share the outcome of a mediation meeting that he had had, or a mediation session he had had with the two factions involved in that conflict in that part of town. And then a few hours later, we saw a statement by one of the factions disagreeing with the outcome. But government also issues a statement, and the statement sought to endorse the outcome of that mediation effort by the Otumfuo himself. And that's what has been captured by the Daily Graphic of today. It says that the government plans 1 billion cedis Boko Recovery Fund, endorses Otumfuo's roadmap, will facilitate Seidu Abagre's safe relocation. Now, Kester Abraham Kranche is reporting that the government has announced a 1 billion cedis Boko Revitalization Fund to support the reconstruction of the Upper East City and surrounding areas after accepting the findings and recommendations of the Boko Conflict Mediation Report. The goal of the fund, to be disbursed over a 3-year period starting from next year, is to restore Boko to its historic position as a significant economic and trading hub in northern Ghana. The Asante Otumfuo said to the second presented a report to President John Dramani Mahama last Tuesday, acknowledging the grave human, social, and economic losses from the protracted conflict. President John Dramani Mahama directed the Finance Minister to establish a 1 billion cedis Boko Revitalization Fund. The fund, which shall be disbursed over a 3-year period between 2026 and 2028, will be dedicated to reconstruction and developing priority infrastructure, including road, health care, education, dam, and irrigation facilities for all year-round agriculture, security installations, economic and commercial facilities to restore Boko to its historic position as a significant economic and trading hub in northern Ghana. A statement signed and issued yesterday by the spokesperson to President Felix Kwakye Ofosu said, the statement, which conveyed the government's endorsement of all recommendations in the report, added that the fund would be managed by a high-level committee to be chaired by the Finance Minister, Dr. Kassil Atoforsen, who is also serving as Acting Defence Minister. Other members are the Upper East Regional Minister, that's Donald Toles Akamugri, and the Majority Leader Member of Parliament MP for Boko Central, Mahama Yariga, who will represent MPs from the area. The government described the report as a comprehensive, fact-based, and a forward-looking roadmap aimed at achieving lasting peace in Boko and its environs. A key pillar of the government's position is the reaffirmation of the authority of the Boko Naba Asigiri Abugrago Azoka. The second, the statement stressed that no individual or group is permitted under any circumstance to contest his authority or legitimacy, a position it said was consistently upheld by the Supreme Court. In line with the report's recommendation, the government accepted that Alhaji Saidu Abagre installed as a rival claimant to the Boko scheme. He recalled to the northeast regional capital Nalerigu by the overlord of Mampurugu traditional area, the Nairi, Na Bohaga, Mahami Abdullahi Shariga. The government will immediately facilitate the safe movement of Alhaji Saidu Abagre to Nalerigu, where he shall remain available to receive the directives of the Nairi, the statement declared. The government also respectfully requested Otumfuo Osei II to continue lending his distinguished leadership and moral authority to subsequent reconciliation efforts between the Wampusi and Kusasi communities. Now, the government was calling upon all the traditional authorities, political leaders, youth groups, civil society organizations, religious bodies, development partners, and citizens to support the peace-building process in the spirit of unity, restraint, and patriotism. Echoing the Asantehine's admonition, the statement reiterated that there are no winners and no losers in this process. President Mahama, after receiving the report last Tuesday, urged all parties to accept and faithfully abide by the conclusion and recommendation of the mediation report in the supreme interest of peace and national stability. The government expressed profound gratitude to Otumfuo II, Osei II, the Nairi, the Boko Naba, and all stakeholders whose cooperation contributed to the success of the mediation. Okay? All right. So, step in the right direction. I'll start with Ishaq.
Yeah. Thank you very much. As you can see, the issue surrounding Boko is a difficult topic because the matter is very, very sensitive.
Very.
Even what we say on TV, if we say it wrongly, it can even endanger life on the ground.
True.
So we have to be careful of what we say. It was for this reason that when I was listening to Asantehene, I was very glad about the admonishment he gave about Cletus Avoka. Because Cletus Avoka have said so many things in the past that has not been helpful at all. But I don't know why the media gave him such an opportunity to say very volatile things. So I was very happy the way that Asantehene engaged with him, especially on few occasions. He referred to the Nayiri as a chief of Nalerigu, which is one of the highest form of insult you can address the Nayiri, the chief of Nalerigu. Somebody that Asantehene himself refers to, my brother. And the one you revered more, that Asantehene called him my son. As an elderly statesman, one would have wished that these are the very people who learn our manners from. So what are the people? So people like that need to be guided. And as I say, it will also guide us the way we utter things. But I'm not really sure. And the sad thing is that he's a member of the Council of State. My father is an elderly man. My father is almost 90 years. So I've always addressed the elderly with some kind of respect. So I'm not going to say so much that would really be disrespecting. But I might say this debate often comes whether every elderly man is a wise person. And this debate aged back to the time of Socrates and Aristotle. And I remember there was a dialogue I read when I was doing philosophy, when Socrates was asked a direct question, whether we should always listen to all the elderly people simply because they have wealth of experiences. Socrates said yes. We must listen to the majority of the elders, but not all the elders. Because you remember that when the elders were young, there were foolish ones among them. And remember that, wait, let me revise it. There were unwise men among them. But the way Socrates used that was that there was foolish men among them. And remember that the unwise people will get old. And when they get old, they do not age by becoming wise. So I believe people of this nature, if they are in the Council of State and they are giving advice to the president will need to take his advice with a pinch of salt. Because what he says so far has not helped with the situation on the ground. I remember hearing from a lot of people what Cletus Aboko is saying. Can people like you go and respond to him? And I said, there's no need. He will expose himself, he's ignorant. So I was very happy that Ashanti found the need to admonish him. So when it comes to the report itself, I have always hoped and prayed that the Ashanti report or end of mediation will bring an end to this protracted conflict. As the President's writer said, the place have suffered so much for lack of development. Public service workers, civil servants, they are all leaving. In fact, I heard the hospital that used to be famous, that people were moving from the then northern region to Boku Hospital, is largely abandoned. The road that connects Bolga to Boku is blocked. So people over there are suffering. It's for this reason that I welcome President Mahama statement that there's going to be 1 billion cedis investment to re-engineer the economy. I think it is something to be welcomed. But as to whether the Ashanti report will actually resolve this issue, for us to assess it, we need to have regard to the statement released by the Nairi. It simply tells you that this was almost an exercise in futility. Because from what the Nairi statement said, the Nairi seems to suggest that the whole exercise was flawed. For example, there is reference to terms of reference for the mediation. Was this really a mediation? What were the terms of reference? Why were the party not told the outcome of the mediation, only to be told during the conference? Because if you look at the whole mediation, as a lawyer, I've studied mediation both in the English bar and Ghana bar. This doesn't look like mediation to me at all. Perhaps maybe it's a traditional mediation of which I'm probably not averse with such a procedure. But it doesn't look like a mediation. It's what we heard, there was nothing really new about it. What we heard wasn't new. Because with mediation, you listen to both sides and perhaps encourage both sides to make painful sacrifices.
Okay.
This seems to have declared Kusasis as winners and that the Mamprisi should surrender. So how can you come up with an outcome of mediation when you say one side is a winner and the other side should surrender? I mean, that is how I can simply summarize it. I'm not pretending to be neutral. I am not neutral in this. I'm somebody who had a privileged position of able to speak to the Nairi. I've met the Nairi a couple of times. And the mediation, I could say I was involved indirectly. Because most of the questions that Ashanti sent to the Nairi to be answered, I was privileged enough to be included as part of those who should answer those particular questions.
Okay.
I saw a number of documents. The outcome did not engage with most of these things. Perhaps, I don't know whether some of the things that they said the Nairi admitted or acknowledged were orally delivered, of which I wasn't there. It's possible that they were orally delivered. But most of the written aspects, I'm familiar with them. Confidentiality covers them, so I cannot mention some of them. But they seem not to have factored in the decision-making process. Look, as even though I said I am, I'm not completely neutral, but I believe I am very objective when you look at this conflict. If we do not come up with novel ideas, I don't believe that we are able to resolve it now. We might have to give it to our children and grandchildren, which will be very, very unfortunate. I think we have to be novel. And each side has to make painful sacrifices. I, as a Mamprisi, I can acknowledge that the Kusasi have the right to self-determination. If we were together and somebody wants to separate and determine themselves, international law recognizes your right to self-determination. Even though the right to self-determination can only be activated if you believe that your rights are not respected within the current arrangement. But at the same time, the system, government, and the Kusasi will need to also accept that the Mamprose have got the right to self-preservation. Because if somebody is putting out an argument that I have been the chief for more than 400 years, in 1931 there was interference by the colonial masters, and then an illegitimate government such as the PNDC government, because we all know they were illegitimate as a government. They were not democratically elected. They took over power from President Hillary Liman, who was democratically elected. If such a government were to make a law, even though as a lawyer, I do not have difficulty accepting it is a law, but if a law is founded on illegitimacy, if you do not address the illegitimacy aspect and insist it is the law, it is the law, it is the law, but it will not achieve legitimacy on the ground. What would earn it on the ground is a mediation could have, but the mediation would have been the active involvement of the party, and the outcome should have been the product of the parties. The outcome here doesn't suggest it's a product of the party. It's like, okay, that's what the law says. And in implementing without fear or favor, with a suggestion that one should be sent back to Nalerico to be reassigned. He wasn't an ambassador, he's a chief. So an ambassador can be recalled, but how do we recall a chief? And I think we had the opportunity of addressing one of the questions that, look, according to the Muslim Mamprose custom, he's not an ambassador to be recalled. So for me, we have to be creative. And elsewhere that are similar to the Vatican. Look at the arrangement of the Vatican. It's in the middle of, what do they call it, Rome. Look at Lesotho, a state in the middle of South Africa with some autonomy. If we are not creative in recognizing the Kusasi right to self-determination and the Mamprose right to self-preservation, and just insist we should accept the right to somebody's right to self-determination, and one should surrender. If we are not careful, our children will inherit this problem, and our great-grandchildren will inherit this problem, because this was not our problem at all. It's a problem dating back to 1931. Where was I in 1931? My father is almost 90 years. Where was he in 1931? He wasn't there. So we are inheriting the misunderstanding, the sins, and the fight of our fathers. And look, Imoro, there is no reason why we cannot resolve this problem. There's no problem in the world that cannot be resolved. God, in his own wisdom, have endowed us with the power of reason. We have to use our power of reasoning. And Kusasi youth, Mamprose youth, as the president said, we need to understand that conflict, war will not resolve this problem. Okay. It's by talking to each other is how we can resolve it. Okay. And we have to use our power of reason to be very, very creative. Okay. As to whether this NDC government can end this conflict, I doubt it. Because President Mahama, when he was in opposition, made it very clear that there was not even conflict in Boko. He said it was a problem of criminality. I'm glad that he has now acknowledged there's a conflict in Boko. First, he was living in denial. Now he has woken up from his sleep to recognize that there is a conflict in Boko. Okay. But for me, I'll tell him to be hesitant in enforcement. Talk to the Nayiri, engage with him, and let's come to a resolution. I believe there is a solution for it. Okay. The youth will need to recognize that the dynamics have changed. The paradigm has shifted. Okay. This paradigm, talking will resolve that particular problem, not firepower. Okay. Yes.
Thanks, sir. Unfortunately, we have just 2 minutes to go. I don't know how you're going to.
You should have told me. I would have shortened it and then.
Yes.
All right. So, like my brother said, this is quite a dicey issue.
Very sensitive.
And I'll begin by first of all thanking the Otumfuo-led mediation and to assume the same position as was communicated by government yesterday. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm aware that there is a settled Supreme Court ruling on the situation of Boku. That is the terms of reference that we should even start from. Whether there is any level of legality or settled practice or settled cases with regards to the Boku problem. And then I'm reliably informed that there was indeed a settled case in the Supreme Court. The second issue is also that when you are going into a negotiation, you go in with the fact that you can make some concessions. These entrenched positions, as assumed by Nayiri and the Kusasi, will not even help in any mediation process because you are not ready to make concessions. Moreover, let's acknowledge the fact that whoever tells you that there was no terms of reference as given to Otumfuo and the interested parties, it's not true. We are not being honest to ourselves. The mediation process came with the terms of reference to promote, one, peace. Two, was to ensure that we get the true ruler, the right ruler of the people of Boko. Now, as to whether your opinions that you express at the mediation process will be accepted, will be justified by facts and evidence.
Okay.
So it is not the case that whatever pleadings you make or evidence you give necessarily have to be the outcome of the mediation.
All right.
And Otumfuo did not impose any outcome. That is why the government had to issue a statement acknowledging and accepting all the recommendations and findings of the committee. That now legitimizes it as a government position.
All right.
Finally, like I said, I won't talk much about this, but let me say that it is not fair to say that the PNDC was an illegitimate and that we are now saying the law is the law. Even the current laws of Ghana, we still have PNDC decrees as laws. So if you are challenging the governance of PNDC, why are you accepting them or even going to court with some of those laws?
All right.
So whether NDC can solve it or not, I believe that there is some level of finality to the matter, and
let's move on.
Government should try as much as possible.
So let me do three very important birthday dedications before we go. I have just 1 minute to do this. Now, first of all, let me wish our HR assistant, Lady Julia Emma Fosu. Today you're celebrating your birthday, and we hope your day is as awesome as you are, filled with joy, cake, and everything that you love. We want to wish you a fantastic birthday and a year of continued success and happiness. So happy birthday, Emma, Lady Julia. Today you're celebrating your birthday. We wish you all the best. Lady Julia, today is your birthday, so happy birthday. And also let me wish this I also want to wish this other one. So this one is a birthday dedication to I need to find this. Okay, so this one is a birthday dedication. So happy 6th birthday to you, Kayla Michael Na Odale. Odale, I hope I got the pronunciation correctly. Odale Bartlett Vanderpoel of Cornerstone International. You are the sweetest, sexiest, the sassiest, and most adorable little girl in the world. You're growing up so fast, but you'll always be a baby girl. We love the kind heart, infectious laughter, and the sparkle in your eyes. Here's to another amazing year of adventures, memories, and snugglies. Love you, Daddy. Love Daddy Van P, Mommy MFA, and Big Brother Sean. So happy birthday once again, Kayla Michelle Na Odale Bartlett Vanderpoel of Cornerstone International. You are 6 years today. Daddy loves you, Mommy loves you, and they wish you all the best. And also happy birthday to an amazing Queen Star. Wishing you a day as beautiful as you are. May all your dreams come true and your heart be filled with joy and love. That's coming from your favorite Buba. Buba is wishing you a happy birthday. And then finally, to a very good friend of mine who works at the Ghana Airport Company Limited. So today is your birthday, and I want to wish you a happy birthday to you, Chris Free Opoku. That's your name. You work at the Ghana Airport Company Limited, and you're an officer there. I want to wish you a happy birthday as well. And also, finally, this is also extremely important. So let me wish you a happy birthday, Mr. Solomon Kwabi. Mr. Solomon Kwabi, you are the Chief Executive Officer of Givers Group of Companies. Happy. That's him. Happy birthday to you, Solomon Kwabi, Chief Executive of Givers Group of Companies. We wish you all the best and enjoy and have fun. And we wish you the best. In fact, we wish you everything that you wish for yourself and more. Happy birthday once again. So I want to end it here. And all right. So what to end the show now? I want to say big thanks to my very good friend Ishaq Ibrahim, who is a law lecturer and also a member of the NPP's legal director, and also the Honorable Member of Parliament for the people of Sangnarago constituency. I also want to say a big thanks to you for joining us this morning. Thanks for watching Good Morning Ghana. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.
Christmas, Cattle's Agri Limited is bringing you freshness, flavor, and festive joy straight to your home and office. Right here in Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, and Takrade. Cattle's Agri, your number one poultry plug. Fresh birds, sweet eggs, delivered with love. Get ready for our juicy Midofopa package. You get 1 broiler, 1 layer, 2 crates of eggs, plus our special chicken spices. All for only 450 Ghana